Hello everyone, welcome to Automation in BeamNG Drive. My name is Tim, and today we're going to be building a limousine, the epitome of luxury. Anyway, let's get started. Here is the body that we're going to use. It's going to be made of steel. It's probably either going to have a ladder chassis or any of the chassis below, I'm not sure. I have decided it's going to be made out of corrosion-resistant steel because carbon fiber's too light, and I want this thing to last. Front longitudinal, double wishbone, and for the rear, I'm not sure if I want multi-link, pushrod, or double wishbone yet. That. We are going to put a 4x4 advanced automatic in this vehicle. We're going to give it a 10-speed transmission. Now for lockers or differentials, open. Now we're going to put radial utility tires on this. And now, let's increase the vehicle's size in some capacity, and let's morph it into what we want in order to, well, mainly get wider rear tires, because this thing needs 395s in order to get perfect traction. Also, if you're wondering what engine we put in this thing, we put the legendary 9-liter V12 into this thing. The same engine that appears in, well, the Kurgulen, and also the Darsenat, which this is supposed to basically be the even higher trim level version of that, which that is already an ultra-luxury lowrider sedan. And of course, knowing me, it obviously has suicide doors, because it's luxury. Carbon ceramics, we're going to put 6-piston in the front, 4-piston in the back. Flow optimized under tray. We're obviously going to give this thing really good cooling and stuff like that. We're going to give this thing 7 seats, mainly for weight, handmade luxury HUD, or infotainment, or I'm not sure, even care. Hydraulic ball, we're obviously going to make the quality up, standard up, weight down, weight up. We're going to make this thing really heavy, push the engine back a little. And now, hydropneumatic, we're also going to put twin tube active. We're going to lower this thing, and we're just going to modify the suspension to make this thing actually handle well. And, yep, 16.2 miles to the gallon. Also, this thing weighs about 8,200 pounds. And now is the customization. My goal is to make this thing look vaguely similar to the Darsenat, and I hope this is successful, because this thing needs to look like it, or else it's not a successor, it's just a new thing at that point, or just a poor copy, and I don't want it to be a poor copy or a new vehicle. I want it to be the extra luxurious version, because that is what's necessary for me. We're going to put the same backlights on this vehicle that are found on the Darsenat, and yeah, there's this weird shredding thing going at the bottom of the fixture. It's really weird, and I don't like it. Of course, we're going to put some exhausts at the bottom. Big square exhausts. No, rectangle. That's what they are. Don't be dumb, Tim. Don't be dumb. We're going to put a license plate, and of course, we're going to paint this thing crocodile green, just like the regular Darsenat. We're going to put the appropriate grille on, of course in chrome. Everything on this thing needs to be chrome. This is based off of a 50s, 60s vehicle. And yeah, we're going to put fins on the back that are going to contain the turn signal and all that. And yeah, they're of course going to have some chrome on it. Chrome letters spelling out Scalavra. We're of course going to put the wing back there, which isn't a wing, it's just like a little spoiler that gives some downforce and stability, which is probably going to do nothing for this thing. But, well, the main Darsenat, the regular one, has that, so this thing kind of needs it in order to fit in. For the back section, we're going to give it this long tub-like thing. That is where the celebrity, or, I don't know, world leader, that's basically where whoever's being chauffeured in this thing is going to sit. And they're going to have lots of comfort when sitting back there. It's going to have white cloth or wool or something like that, not leather, because I personally don't like leather that much. I'm more of a cloth person because I own a black car with a black interior. Think about how miserable that would be during the summertime. Think about it. Now you understand why I prefer cloth over leather. And we're, of course, going to put a partition in this thing because we don't want people looking at you. No, and they want to have some privacy. They just want some privacy in general. It's not really going to do too much, but I don't know. There's probably a curtain there or something. We're going to put big comfy chairs in the back. That is an obvious thing we're going to do because without them, this thing would be garbage. We're going to put a table back here so that you can, I don't know, eat your 15-course dinner or something like that. You can eat your slop pile ice cream. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. We're going to get this thing chrome wheels because this thing can't just have normal steelies on it. No, that's what poor people drive. This thing needs a more luxurious type of wheel. Yeah, we're going to add some more detail to the back. And now it's time to work on the front. For the front, I'm probably going to use a pre-built. Yeah, I'm going to use a pre-built. And I'm just going to change the textures of it to make it look more dignified and luxurious than it actually is. And we have Darsenat written on the front. Now it's Darsenat Emperor because this thing is particularly the Emperor class of any car. And when I mean any car, I mean the Darsenat. This is what an Emperor would drive. It's not a car for normal people. In fact, we're not even going to sell it to the public because that would be stupid. Who in the public would have enough money to buy this thing that isn't either a billionaire, a president, or an emperor? And now we're going to call it the Scalavra. And now the other part, Darsenat. And as I said earlier, Emperor. And now, here we are in BeamNG Drive. As you can see, there is the shorter vehicle. That's the regular Darsenat. And I'm just going to flat out and say it. The regular one looks better than the Emperor Class 1. But yeah, that's how much longer the Emperor one is, right there. And I personally think that they're both pretty cool, but yeah, I definitely prefer the shorter one. Definitely. The interior of the Emperor is pretty good up front. This is our driver's area. And in the back, we have 8 cup holders. Perfect for all the luxurious drinks our passengers could possibly want. Whether it be like, I'm not rich enough to know what people drink. So yeah, I'm just going to go to the other car. In our normal, non-Emperor version of the Darsenat, we have a lovely interior with white cloth and dark redwood or something like that. Probably mahogany, I don't know. And now we are going to go into the back of the Emperor, and it sounds pretty good, just like the regular one. And despite this thing weighing 8,200 pounds, it handles phenomenally. And it's probably because of the 4x4 drivetrain in this thing. Like, it's genuinely insane. And now, we're going to take this thing on a genuine race against some, well, lighter cars. Now, the sound, just like in the K-Car video, isn't perfect, but yeah, that is kind of an issue. Due to the weight of this vehicle, overtaking is very difficult and kinda impossible, and we just hit a wall. I hope that did not mess up our steering system, because if it did, I'm going to be very, very upset about that. And let's see right here. Can we no, we can't surpass them right there, because we're in the grass, we're losing traction in there. But just remember, this thing only has 600 horsepower, which is pretty darn good for it. Like, seriously. Now we're gonna do a sick drift in the dirt. Lovely. We're gonna laugh at their stupid faces. And now we're gonna go down this curve, and I'm gonna explain to you why I chose the name Darsenat. Now, some of the Gen Alpha viewers here might be thinking it's named after Kai Cenat, which is this live streamer I've never watched in my entire life and probably have no plans on watching in my entire life. Nope. Turns out, Cenat is basically just like a weird, fancier way of saying Senate, basically. That is how I designed it, and I wanted it not to be Senate because that's a word that most people can pronounce. Senat is a word that sounds more dignified and more classy, and that's why I chose it. Dar, it's kind of like the, but really, really weird. Basically, the phrase dar means the exact same as the, but it's a completely different way of saying and spelling it. Like, I believe it is D-A-R is how you spell it, and none of those letters are in the. And we are about to complete our first lap. I think that's pretty neat, and so far our time isn't perfect. Almost 2 minutes 20 seconds, and hopefully when we do this whole thing, hopefully we don't completely just fail. I hope this thing does not lose to a K car with 63 horsepower, but it might do that. It might actually lose, I'm not even kidding. And if it does, that would be genuinely pathetic, because this thing has all-wheel drive. That thing was rear-wheel drive. This thing has all the luxuries and safeties you could possibly want. That thing didn't. That thing was pretty bare bones. And oh, no. Oh, thank you for not hitting the side, because, yeah, I don't want the steering to get messed up in this thing. And this thing is just lovely. It does kind of go a bit too slow for my liking up hills, but also, this thing, as I keep saying, is 8,200 pounds, so, yeah, it's not exactly perfect, but not, oh, no, oh, no. Okay, that was a light bump. Hopefully that did not ruin our steering system, because if you hit a wall the right way, your steering system can be absolutely ruined in this game. And we're doing pretty good in this thing, just sliding around in a 23-foot crocodile-colored limousine. It's lovely. And now, let's try and go as fast as we can down this particular road. Can we reach 100? No, we did not. We did not reach 100. That makes me sad. So, oh, no. No. Oh, yeah, I think our steering system's broken, but can we still steer? Yes, we can, and that is wonderful. We could still steer. We're going like almost 60. We were going almost 60. We just hit a wall again, which is embarrassing. And so far we are in second place, which is, yeah, kind of sad, because I think the other two opponents we beat, we didn't even beat them. They crashed and were disqualified. And now, we won. And what time did we get? Oh, we lost to the K car. The K car with 63 horsepower. We lost to that. Well, to be fair, that thing also weighed like, I think, a seventh of what this thing weighs. And you know what? I think we should test this thing on the drag strip, baby. Now, we're going to compare it against the original Dar Senat, a vehicle that's rear-wheel drive, and go! Okay, this is pretty tense right here, and yeah, of course we're losing. We're significantly heavier than them, and we both have the exact same engine. So yeah. They did a 12-second quarter mile. We did a 13.5-second quarter mile, which isn't too bad for something this big. Now, oh yes! Yes, we just crashed into the back of them. And, of course, we failed. We were so slow. Our next opponent is, well, the K car from the, well, K car video. That is the vehicle we're racing against next, and yeah, they have about a 16-second quarter mile, and yeah, we're definitely gonna win. Let's go, and yep, we are winning. We just left them in the dust. It's like a Tesla Model S Plaid versus like a Mitsubishi Mirage. Like, there is no competition. That is what that was like right there. Glorious. And we just hit a wall, probably making our suspension and steering even worse and more damaged. Now, we're going to compare it to the Hersbrum tank, which is my Abrams Hearst tank with a Torquemaster engine in it. And somehow that thing is shorter than this. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Do you want to hear something ironic? That thing is like 4,800 horsepower. Yeah, that is how powerful the engine in that is. And, oh, my. Yeah. We did 13.6 and oh, I think their brakes went out. That is not good. I hope they come to a stop. I really hope they do. And, well, we won. That's pretty nice and all. And now, let's do one last drag race against the legendary Ford Flex. One of the only vehicles that doesn't change color whenever it's raced against in the drag race. Like, for my K car, it was white, when in reality it's supposed to be orange. And, yes, the Flex is so much faster than this thing. It was not even fair. Because the Flex is the Flex. It likes to flex on everyone. And that's the thing. And, okay. Oh, no, we're losing control. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, their car was totaled, basically. And you know what? We lost. Now it's time to go to Italy, because this is a place famous for ridiculously small streets. Now, here's the map right here of Italy, and Excursionissimo, I don't know how to pronounce that name. We're gonna go up there, which is basically the super high point on a mountain. That is our goal for today. Just to drive up there in this long, just unwieldy vehicle. And, yeah, it's not perfect, but I'm just going to get through the city. I know there's main roads, but I knew about that bridge, and I wanted to cross it because I like that bridge a lot. Now, going down these streets is pretty cool and all. Like, there's just lots of cool things to do here, like, just exploring-wise. You can't go into any of the buildings, which is sad. And, well, yeah. Now, let me say this. For this section, whenever I do an interior cam, the video is going to be a lot more sped up because, well, you can barely hear the engine in the interior. And also, we're not really going to do too much sightseeing from the interior. But now, let's get out of here and... Ooh, those are actually some pretty cool houses now that I see them. I like, barely knew those were there because... Let me just say this. I barely ever just take time out of my day to explore this map. Like, I barely do that. And all I like to do is just drive and test automation cars. And our car caught on fire. That's because we hit that guardrail too hard. We need a new chauffeur. We definitely do. The chauffeur is trash. We need to get a new one. And now that we're speeding this up, we can finally just drive with our new chauffeur. And yeah, basically, I'm thinking about something diabolical. Something truly insane. That's right. That is absolutely right. I am putting traffic in this map. Traffic. Plenty of terrible drivers that won't be able to get out of our way. Oh, and we're gonna go up this road. We just hit a tree. Lovely. That bumper is probably like $14 million to replace or something like that. Because, secret, none of the chrome on this vehicle is actual chrome. It's just solid platinum. That is all it is. Solid platinum, probably with some iridium and other rare earth metals that are gonna cost more than gold. Because gold is for the poor. that little town right there, that is where I remember that town so much. I remember driving that Ricer mobile into the bay of that town. It was a lovely experience and a good way to end a video. And yeah. Oh, okay, we better not. No! Are you kidding me? Why? Why are you kidding me? I drove down the mountain, and now that I think about it, well, we're gonna have to get up the other way. And, oh, that was a near miss. We almost hit them, which would not be good. And now, let's do an off-road test. Now, if you don't know, I've been watching a lot of those, like, videos about why the Cybertruck is terrible. And one of the reasons, it can't off-road. Let me say this. This is an 8,200-pound limousine, which is even heavier than the Cybertruck, which is like 7,600 pounds. No, that's the Torque Master. 6,700 pounds. That thing has more power, and this thing has less power, but yet this thing is somehow better at off-roading. And it's not like we're going on like a little dirt road. No, we're going up a path with like genuine hills and struggles. And yeah, that right there is too much for us. Just too much. And we're just gonna make a cloud of smoke, a cloud of dust, because just we can't get traction. I think it's not, I don't even know if it's possible for the Darcenaut Emperor to get up that hill right there. So, I'm thinking of something different. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have to call in a friend or skip this section. Or, more importantly, we are probably most likely going to have to use a different vehicle to get up there. And, yeah. Okay, starting down there and just flooring it does not work, unfortunately. I wish it did work because, well, it would prove that this thing is a certified off-roader, an off-road limousine, which is just like the coolest thing I can think of. It's like an off-road sedan, but cooler. And now, we have the Kerguelen. Now, this thing isn't the best at off-roading. I would actually go as far to say it's worse at off-roading than the 4SB Chahish. Because, yeah, even here, it's struggling to get traction. You need to put it in, like, sport mode, though. Because, well, I will admit, this is a pretty steep and uneven hill. And also, this thing failed to climb that mountain, and oh, no. Okay, going in reverse is actually pretty good in this thing. Like, seriously. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, this thing weighs a lot more than the 4SB Chahish, and doesn't have as much power as the 4SB Chahish. But it does have a lot more torque, and now that we're up the hill, we can switch back to the Emperor, and now we can have a truly lovely drive up, and oh.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, I just skipped forward some because that was a lot of boring climbing and oh no! Oh no!
Day 2.
No! Okay, I did some more skipping forward because there was a lot of boring climbing of me failing to get up this stupid mountain, and it's just dirt roads, and oh no.
Eventually.
Are you kidding me? I crashed again. Now we're up here, right here at the top of that dirt road, and trust me, it is just me falling down the mountain repeatedly, struggling to even get this thing anywhere. And I love how this thing is undamaged, and every other car is totaled when this thing just touches them. And yeah, that road right there, that's the road we're supposed to go up. So let's go there. And I like that this thing can do a burnout. So let's go up this shady dirt road, and let's have some real off-road challenges. And oh, darn it.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Here's some advice when going off-roading in your limousine. Just don't go off-roading in a limousine. Take basically anything else. In fact, a Pagani Utopia is probably a better vehicle to take up this trail. You know why? Because it's not 23 feet long. It's a relatively normal length car, and of course, this thing keeps getting stuck. This is just so sad. Like, seriously, just why? Like, our new chauffeur isn't even better. Now, we've got that up there, and oh my, the brakes on this thing, like, they're good when on asphalt and pavement, but they're terrible for off-roading. Like, I think I remember seeing something that, like, drum brakes were good for off-roading or something. But, yeah, this road is skinny and frightening, but this thing does handle well. I could see our little radio mast up there. It's lovely. I can see it in the distance. Can we make it up quickly? I want to, like, can we get some air going up, like, that little lip right there? Can we? And I think we did. And now we are at the top of the mountain. I had to skip a lot of this because it was, like, genuinely boring. It was just me struggling to climb up. I don't know. I might release a blooper video. I don't know. And it's not just going to be for this video. It's going to be for all of them. Now, let's back up and get rid of that car. That ugly BeamNG Drive car. Only automation cars are allowed to be up here. Vehicular manslaughter. Such a lovely, beautiful aesthetic activity. Especially when it's a car that you just shoved off a mountain. Lovely. And the view from here is beautiful, but do you know what's even more beautiful? Driving down a mountain. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna drive down this mountain, and yeah, I know that the footage may look a bit choppy. It's just sped up, and yeah, it's just, there's just so many things that could go wrong with going down a mountain. Trees are one of them. I wish trees were destructible in this game. Just like how in Forza Horizons 4, the trees are somewhat destructible. Now, we're on the main road right here, and we're gonna drive into the ocean. It's tradition. And, oh my goodness. We're, like, not even damaged. And their car was mangled beyond recognition. Now, I want to push a car into the ocean with me. That is my goal, since, you know, we have traffic. Now, I'm gonna go up this little beach ramp right here and just figure out how to do this. Because this thing is not very easy to maneuver, specifically when off-roading. On grass, on pavement, it's easy to maneuver. And this thing, let's just take it into the ocean so we can end this video. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And, well, that'll be all for this week. Hope you join next time. Bye!